Hello, everybody! Welcome, gamers, to Season 19 of UGC Plat Highlander. I am Matwas, and joining me today is Mario. Hi, Mario, what's up?
Hello, Atwas. It is good to be back.
Absolutely. I've been definitely looking forward to casting more. And tonight, we are bringing you K&D versus Boat Team, which is a really promising matchup, and I've heard talk on the forums of this probably being one of the better games this week. Any thoughts?
Playing Highlander and focus more on sixes. I might be wrong on that, but he is no longer on the roster right now. And as I said, Goldfish is taking his place. Goldfish, a very good demo man. I had the pleasure to play with him in the past, and he's got such a good DM that he really fits in and brings the aggression to this K. And to stop playing Highlander and focus more on sixes, I might be wrong on that, but he is no longer on the roster right now. And as I said, Goldfish is taking his place. Goldfish, a very good demo man. I had the pleasure to play with him in the past, and he's got such a good DM that he really fits in and brings the aggression to this K&D team, which has been known to be very passive in the past. But over on the other hand, we have the Boat team. Rick bringing in another one of his, I guess you could say, inventions, which will probably just end up dying at the end of the match tonight, but we'll see how that goes. They did pick up some new, I believe, move-ups. They picked up Vipa and Board, who I did also play with in Silver a couple seasons ago, so it's nice to see them coming up through their ranks and making it all the way up to Platinum, so hopefully they bring out a good game for us.
For sure. Tonight we're on Borneo, which is definitely a fun map, and actually I haven't had the opportunity to cast this map all that much. It was added officially, but it was in the UGC rotation for quite a long time. And I'm just going to hit up some rosters real quick before we start. On Boat Team, we have Fusion on Scout, Penguin on Soldier, Spring Rolls on Pyro, RJ on Demo, Brick on Heavy, Spade Slick playing Engineer, Rogue on Medic, Bor on Sniper, as you mentioned, and Vipa on Spy.
Yeah, and over on the other side, for the Candy roster, we have Slemnish on Scout, Soldier is Etney, Catsies are Pyro, we have Goldfish on Devilman, we have Kresnik, aka Bobby, on Heavy, Ender is on Engineer, we have Nursey on Medic, Yosh is on Sniper, and Demento is on Spy.
I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't really seen Boat Team play too much since their, inaugural season a few seasons ago, which, God, that was the one with the hype video, wasn't it?
Yeah, in past lives, Boat and the roster have been a fairly decent team, but they've broken up many a season, and I don't think they've actually completed a full season, but hopefully Brick will be able to lead his troops to a victory tonight with some new blood on his team, and they look like they're very eager to play.
I believe, and I definitely believe that can happen, and especially with Goldfish being a new addition to the Candy combo, we might be able to see a bit of a shakeup going on here. I know how difficult it is to add someone in after you've been used to playing with the same gamers for so long, but hey, new blood's always good, and Goldfish is definitely a fun player, that's for sure.
Got any predictions tonight, Atwas? What do you think? What do you got?
Oh gosh. You're asking me the prediction question, that's usually my job, shucks. I think I'm gonna have to give it to, you know what, I believe in the upset. I'll give it to 2-1 Boat Team.
2-1 Boat Team.
I can dig it. You?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this one. I think K&D losing Jarrett, who I'm like 99% sure was one of their very large main callers, aside from Nursey, who also main call. They're gonna be down that commanding voice that Jarrett has, and I think with him missing, they might drop a round or two on this one. And I think if Boat Team can really keep themselves together, they might be able to cheese out a victory. And I'd like to see that. I think a 2-1 would be ideal.
And that would give us plenty of action. And of course, if anyone did not know, UGC matches are actually officially postponed until next Monday, but Candy and Boat have both decided to play today, so yeah, tune in next Monday for more of week 1 of season 19. We are starting in right here. And actually, we do have the Kritzkrieg coming out on Boat Team for those early stickies, it looks like. Possibly. I don't know, they might stay on it, and that would be really interesting to see. Hopefully. Yeah, setting up some defenses. Sentry is not up yet, but it looks like it's gonna be in that sort of regular place up in that house area towards the right of the tracks. And yeah, here we go. Crit stickies everywhere. Lovely. Rogue's going to bite the dust and probably come back up on Medigun.
Yeah, with that new medic update, they've been able to do this, although every time I see it happen, it doesn't actually ever do anything. Like, if you get a kill with a sticky trap anyway, you'll probably just get a kill with one crit sticky anyway, so I don't really see the point, but I can see why teams do it, but I don't really think it's worth the effort. I mean, it doesn't take any extra time, but I don't really think it's worth the effort.
Who knows? Might be a little extra edge. You might catch someone unawares. The stickies are spread out really far. Shout out to the sentry actually being in a different place from the usual. It's up on the crates right above, or right in front of the first point, actually. So here we go. Both medics are on Uber so far. We are seeing a little bit of sort of jockeying right here, right now. We do have Vipa sort of standing up here with the Cloak and Dagger, giving his team a little bit of intel going on, but no big plays have been made so far. Some spam over here on the right side of the point, but nobody's been caught out quite yet, and both teams are sort of just there we go. Slumnish is the first casualty of this match so far, and here we go. Demento's actually in position to make something happen. Borg gets a nice headshot onto Ender right here, and it looks like we're seeing a really nice push coming out here from KND. Kresnik rocking those Fists of Steel onto the cart, and Vipa getting a nice backstab on Katsu there, so that's a Pyro down, and I can definitely see KND sort of rolling into here. They definitely have enough people, and Etney getting taken down right there by Boar. They're doing good jobs. And actually, the boat sentry is still up, I believe. Is it? Yeah, it's still up. It's in-house on top of those crates, which is kind of annoying in a more defensive position. So even if first does get taken, they can still probably hold it for a decent while.
Well, it's going to need to defend this cart right now. Candy's pushing it with all their lives. Bobby's he's actually got the Fist of Steel going on, but looks like they're going to get contested. We have a boat Pyro running in, but he's going to get cleaned up for overextending. Yep, he goes down. Goodbye, Spring Rolls. And we have a K&D Uber coming out, but it's not really going to get anything done. Although, I take it back, K&D is going to cap this first point as Boat backs out, with their medic still alive, which is very, very good for them, and they'll be able to defend the second point.
Yeah, there is still a teleporter behind, so who knows, we might see something cheeky happening there, and Boat does sort of have a tenuous hold going on here. The combo is in the barns on the left side right here, and it will be ready. Oh my god, Spy is going in, not getting anything done. He's going to get taken down. That is Demento. Yosh gets a nice snipe onto Boar, winning that sniper v sniper going on there. And so Candy's being really aggressive on this point. And yeah, here we go. The Uber did get... No? Sorry, pardon me. That was a... Oh my god, Vipa getting the backstab onto Nursey, and then Vipa getting the backstab onto Kresnik. Oh my god, that double stab was so good! Boat was going to be able to hold this for a long time. They did have to pop out that Uber, but I don't think that they can definitely hold this point for a while.
Yeah, those backstabs coming off of Vipa are really going to help Boat secure the second point. Even though Rogue did pop his Uber, it is going to be a completely free Uber anyway, because the K&D medic Nursey did die, so we're just going to see a big flip-flop going here, and hopefully Boat can set up in this house. It looks like they really, really want to hold this. They have their entire team, their entire combo over here with their Pyro, their Heavy, and everybody else holding the main house, which is where a lot of teams like to push. Some teams really enjoy taking that right flank and getting as close to the enemy team as they can before they Uber. But we do have a small force over on the building side with an engineer and a soldier holding down that flank. And K&D looks like they want to try to push. They're trying to take any free ground that they can take. Nursey almost has Uber. He's at about 90%. So we might see an Uber come in, but Demento going to get a pick onto the Scout Fusions. He's down, so there's a weak flank for both. Candy trying to pull their weight. Going over on this right side, we have Bobby. He's all alone. He does get a pick on to a player from Boat, and Boat looks like they want to give up the second point for free. I do not agree with this. You have some good ground, but Candy's going to pop their Uber, and they're sending Goldfish to chase as far as he can to see what he can get.
Well, Boat actually, their Uber got forced right there in a second, and Penguin actually got taken down. Nasty reflect from Katsu. That was a really good job there. Kresnik taking, there we go, Katsu taking down Vipa over there, and they are going to be chasing. There's going to be a level 3 set up on the third level over here on top of the third point, and so that's going to be a significant advantage on the defense for Boat team. They have about a 20% going on here in their favor. Kresnik over here is pushing on his own. He might get caught out right here by Right Justify, but that's not really happening so far, and this cart has had a really steady presence, you know, down this track. Candy's just doing a really good job of pushing this, keeping the aggression, keeping on going forward, and there we go. Boat does have it to defend with, but Candy's going to have that. Nursey's going to have her Uber super soon. And yeah, Edney's rocking that direct hit, trying to take down that sentry. No such luck so far, and I don't see any spies in position. as I say that, Demento uncloaks. Oh, gets that nice stab onto Brick and just decloaks again, and nobody on boat really turned around for that, so he's going to go back in here. Gets caught out, unfortunately, by spring rolls, but I think that's enough time for Candy to try and get in here, try to angle some sort of a push. But with that Wrangler up and a lot of people having some bad health right here, I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon.
And we have a pause, or am I lagging?
Totally a pause.
Okay. Well then, while we're paused, shoutouts to Spades. I believe he brought his level 3 from second all the way back to third to defend this third point, and that is huge, as you said earlier. And him being able to pick that up completely for free and not have to rebuild really solidifies the defense for boat team. But over on the left side flank, Candy did pop their Uber. It's going to be a solo onto Goldfish. So they're going to need to get some more numbers in here and get maybe like a scout in or maybe a soldier in with Candy, or else this Uber is going to do absolutely nothing, as Rogue does have his Uber as well. But the pause is over. We have the retaliation Uber coming out from boat trying to push out these Candy players, and really nothing's going to happen off that Uber. We're just going to see another flip-flop while both teams try to build back up to 100%. But I don't see this defense from boat getting broken anytime soon, especially with that level 3, which just does so much area denial, especially in this third point. It's so devastating.
Absolutely not. And honestly, there really wasn't anyone to follow up on that Uber. The only person really in position was Yosh, and you can only really do so much as a sniper, and he didn't exactly have the best sight line. Demento does take out Boar, so that's a little bit of an entrance that Candy can use to sort of peek a bit more aggressively. And they are coming in here on the right side, getting a bit more aggressive. Kresnik standing up above in those rafters right there. Demento gets taken down by spring rolls, and looks like the demos are sort of just trading stickies here, and spring rolls and fusion getting a nice kill right there. Kresnik is down, and so it looks like boat team, the sentry just went down there, so this looks like it's going to be a pretty decent cap for KND, and boat's been doing a really good job of just backing up. Liva got taken down there by Etney, and Right Justify as well by Yoshi. Oh, Katsy getting another really good reflect. She just has Penguin's number right now. And so it looks like this is going to be an easy cap, and we'll see what happens on last.
Although Boat did back out with most of their very important core players up, I don't think that they needed to back out of that third point. I feel like they should have defended it. That is a very, very strong point in this map. Although, just like every payload map, of course, last, one of the strongest holds, but that third point, if you set up right and you get dug in there, it is almost impossible to push as long as you have Uber. It's very, very hard to break, so I'm kind of disappointed that Boot backed out, but anyway, that's besides the point. We do have a Candy Uber popped off on the right side onto Goldfish. He's doing a lot of damage right now, but his spam's getting deflected. That doesn't matter, because here comes Bobby, hit scanning the Pyro away, and we have lots of frags going left and right. Boar picks up one, Viper picks up one, on Penguin picks up one, so a lot of frags going out for both teams. Candy trying to do what they can while Goldfish is still alive, but he is getting soloed out right now. We have a scout trying to frag him, although he runs out and he misses all his bullets and tries to hit him with the Boston Basher. Goldfish is still alive. We have a derpy pyro fight going on up top here, but we have Spring Rolls jumping down to try to defend the cart, which is so close to being capped. But we have Brick coming back right now with the big minigun, just doing so much damage.
Goldfish is at 30 health, spawn camping. Oh my god, is he gonna pick up the frag on Rogue? I really want it to happen. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but that was just too good. It looks like boat team is just gonna fold right here. Goldfish finally gets taken down, and Kresnik got taken down there as well. Viper picking up a nice backstab, and then a revolver kill. Ooh, ouch. That is a really clutch defense going on there, and it does look like, the quick fix came out, and that's another pause, I believe, coming out there. And I think Nursey's been having internet issues, so she's been the reason for both these pauses right now. Really interesting to see Rogue up on quick fix, although it really does make the most sense. On last, everything is just, people are just scrambling to stay alive right now and staunch that defense, staunch the bleeding that's going on there. And Nursey is about ready to push. She has 91% Uber. They're going to get real fast, and they're just going to pop straight in there and probably get that cap.
Boat needs to get a frag to the scout on the left, and then Rogue needs to go back Uber, because if he stays on this quick fix, they're going to get absolutely demolished. Quick fix excels in healing, but it does not excel in being 100% invulnerable, so they definitely need to switch miniguns as soon as they can. hopefully Rogue feels comfortable enough to do that, and I believe he probably switched because they were about to lose, but I want to say one thing that K&D does incredibly well, and they're probably some of the best players that I've ever seen do this, is pushing with a team, but also pushing the cart at the same time, which I see a lot of teams don't do, and it's definitely one thing that K&D, like I said, they really excel at, and when they had all those people in on the last, also getting frags, they had their flank pushing the cart and almost capped it through all of that chaos, and that's definitely one thing that K&D really is very good at, but the boat team does have a solid defense setup. They need to get their engineer out here, probably build a level 3 as fast as he can.
Oh, for sure. But honestly, like you mentioned, Rogue switching back to the minigun, the only way he'll be able to do that is that if they manage to rebuff this Uber or get a pick onto Nursey before she manages to pop it off. Otherwise, there's just no sense in switching off. They have to either survive or get the frag in order to have at least even Ubers to defend this with.
Now, what is Nursey's Uber at? My HUD doesn't show it.
91%.
91. Mine says 92. So.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe the pause hit you like a fraction of a second later than it hit me.
I'm gonna go with 92.
All right.
92 Dream Team. Shoutouts to Space Coast Coffee.
My boy. Who I just consistently call Coffee Monster whenever he's streaming. I'm so sorry, friend. Please forgive me. He's a really cool dude. And I think he's playing this season, so we'll probably be casting him sooner or later. Still in this pause right now. Yo, what else can we talk about in terms of strategy?
Well, I'm checking out the scoreboard, and luckily Spades did just respawn. And I believe he is on Wrench. No, he's on Gunslinger. So Spades needs to go back into the respawn and change to the default stock Wrench and start building up that level 3. Level 3, especially on this map, is just so good. Like, depending on where you put it, if it can't get spammed or it takes like enough of the enemy team's Uber to take out that sentry gun, it's very, very good, and they really need to get that build, and it's just going to solidify their defense that much more, so they really need to do that, and switch mediguns. That's another big thing, like we said before, they need to get that done, but it doesn't look like he's going to go back into spawn just yet, as we have, the pause is over. The Candy Uber is going to come out. It's onto Goldfish, and they were bringing in their scout.
Oh my god, that cap!
What just happened?
Oh my god, that cap that just snuck in behind. The quick fix got popped out and everything, but it just didn't matter. Nobody was on the cart, and they slipped through that cap very easily.
Who just capped? Can you I wasn't looking. I was looking at the Uber. What just happened?
Oh gosh. You know what? I can't even say without lying. I can't even say without lying. I was trying to scan that kill feed. I thought it might have been Cassie,
I guarantee you it was Demento. Demento's the only person that would do that. So I'm putting my money Demento spy cap that. $100.
All right.
Get you $100.
Keep your $100. I'm not even gonna go up against that.
Man, Demento spy capped me when I was playing like a handful of times, and he does it all the time. It's so funny when it happens, but guarantee you he did it.
I believe you. All right, we do have Boat on the offense right now, and it's pretty fast time to beat 740 or 742, I believe, for all 4 caps, which is pretty decent on Borneo. Just saying.
557. That is a god time. That is so good.
Wait, is it 557? Sorry,
mine says 557.
You know what, Mario, take the wheel. I just believe you. Otherwise, anyways, they were on that cart the entire time, so it's going to be tough to beat for this team right here. We do have the sentry over here right in front of the first point, as as Boat did on defense last time, and we do have Demento once more sort of in position right here, ready to get anything happening. Both medics have 100% Uber, and we are ready to rock and roll. Vipa is also in position. The Boat team spy trying to get in there, get some sort of angle, just gets in there, super ballsy. Oh my god, finally gets caught out by Etney and takes him out the black box. And here we go. Just a decent push going on there. The sentry still manages to be up. On the other hand, when Boat was defending, actually the sentry was taken down a lot earlier, and there we go, finally. No, not still up. Pardon me. It was Spades' mini getting taken down right there as he's trying valiantly to push the cart. Penguin got headshot by Yosh, which is a pretty nice pick right there, and we're waiting for that entry frag.
Yeah, Aboat is gonna have to get a frag to get in here. Probably get a pick onto the sentry gun, but as I said, Ender goes down, and with him, the sentry gun falls as well. So that is a huge advantage for Aboat, although Demento does get a pick onto Penguin on the flank, though. It's a weak flank for Aboat, but doesn't look like they care at all, as they're just gonna muster their way into this building, bringing Rogue and Brick along with him. He's gonna run into the face of Bobby, and the Uber's gonna get popped off, and Candy is going to lose their heavy Bobby. He's gonna go down to Brick, and it looks like Candy is going to pull their butts out of here with Nursey still alive, building Uber as fast as he can. He is at about 25%, so they're gonna have a small advantage, and I'd like to see them do an defensive Uber. I guess we've never really come up with a name for that, but I'd like to see them go into them and get a pick onto Rogue with that Uber, but I don't think they're gonna do that. It's not in Candy's nature.
Perhaps an aggressive defensive Uber? Who knows? As we say that,
quiet.
Demento totally got 2 picks right there on Fusion and Spring Rolls, I believe. So getting in there, Slumdish getting a nice pick onto Penguin right there. So it looks like Candy's going to have a pretty decent setup right here. There's a level 2 already up on the defense, and it was actually that initial Uber exchange is kind of a little bit rough, right? Justify picking up a pick onto Catsy, and Candy's going to have their Uber right now. So they have something to defend with. As long as they keep Nursey alive, they're going to be totally fine to hold this for a bit longer. Vipa is going behind right there, doing that sneaky spy thing, and I believe that he's gonna get a pick. Absolutely not. He just completely gets caught out right there. Brick getting taken out by Demento though, and there we go, the boat Uber coming out onto the cart. Nursey didn't have to pop yet, and oh my god, finally the pop comes out, and there's just carnage going on over here. Boat team is a demo, a medic, and a sniper down, and that is going to be a really handy defense. Yosh getting killed by Viper right there before getting picked up by Etney, and so this is going to be a really solid defense unless somebody can sort of tap the cart. I really doubt that can happen. The entirety of Candy is right there, and they're just going to have to, Boat's going to have to work for it. And we have another pause!
And we have pause.
Nice.
One thing I saw when Boat pushed, Rogue actually popped his Uber incredibly early. He popped it before they even left the door, the opening of the house on the flank, and although Boat did send a vast majority of their numbers into that point, K&D, they actually backed up a significant amount into that main left house where you usually hold. They let the Uber from Boat fade, and then they popped in with their own Uber and just wiped up every frag onto Boat that was there and just devastated them. So they were playing very, very, very smart, and I don't think Boat knew that they were in there. So hopefully they learned that they were that they were in there. They're gonna do it again. They probably will, and they adjust. But if they don't, K&D is going to win every single situation. As long as they keep doing that and Boat keeps popping early. So we do have an unpause. We have Spades almost pushing that cart onto the point. He's gonna get cleaned up by Catsy. We have Brick trying to get some frags over. He's over here on the cliffside shooting those Tomislav bullets, seeing what he can get done. But Goldfish is gonna push up very, very aggressively. He could get picked here. He needs to watch his head for a sniper. I don't see one in sight. Actually, I lied. He is right there. Boar gonna get a pick onto Yosh. So, Boar uncontested, trying to shoot as many people as he can, but Brick's gonna get picked up by Demento. So that is a big amount of pushing power down for Boat. And Ender, he moved his sentry gun up so aggressive, and it looks like he's gonna get taken out here by Red Justify. Yep, there it goes. And Boar getting another kill into Demento, but we do have the Boat Uber coming out, but it's not going to get any frags as Candy backed up. They saw this coming, and Boat is going to cap second. They are pushing into a Candy third point, which is something I don't ever want to play against ever again.
Yeah, definitely not. Ooh, Boar getting a dirty headshot onto Slemnish right there. Penguin actually did a really good job during that last push of getting in behind and distracting the combo, while Catsy and Goldfish weren't looking. It looks like Rogue just sort of managed to get his Uber in and get that cap. That was actually Fusion getting that cap really nicely. Kresnik is up ahead here. He's running Natasha, so he can afford to be a bit more aggressive with that damage resistance, but he's going to be taken out very easily by Spring Rolls, playing with the combo, getting in there, and here we go. Nursey popping out her Uber, saving Goldfish, saving Slumnish. Brick getting taken out by Demento, and that Uber sort of getting in there, but not really taking all too much ground. The cart is still being moved forward, and That's a lot of people down for boat team, but with that respawn advantage, it's... You know, if they didn't have to pop Uber there, that probably would have been for the best, but as it is, that was a really good pop, and Rogue is approaching 100% right now, so we are going to be seeing a counter Uber probably real soon. The Sentry is only a level 1, Ender is working on that right now, but it's in the standard spot.
Yeah, with this very large Uber advantage from Rogue, he's about a 50 or 70% Uber advantage. They need to get through. Bobby actually body blocking, completely denying their Uber with his fist of steel. He just body blocked the entire boat team. He did not even care. But Sentry Gun is now a level 2, so it's going to provide a lot more area denial. Needs to get up to level 3 to get those rockets. They do a lot of damage, but we have boat team going around the flank, but Nursey, he's actually out 100% Uber, so Rogue and the entire boat team is definitely going to get cleaned up here. They need to get, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter as Rogue actually gets knocked into the K&D team. He is going to go down, so Medic down for boat team. That is not going to bode well for them as Bobby just peeking out aggressively, cleaning up all these frags. With, I believe he's on the Natasha, so that's a very interesting choice. What do you get? Yeah, like 20% reduced damage, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, not to mention the slowing definitely helps. Also, you mentioned Goldfish's DM, but Goldfish on the fat 10 kill streak right now. Baby. He's just been doing a lot of work with Nursey going in right here, and he's been taking the brunt of the heals up. RIP Vipa getting caught out right there. Vipa's actually been doing a good bit of work as well. This match has been catching people out pretty easily. Oh my god, that was a really nice pipe onto right Justify. And here we go. Penguin did get taken down right here. Nursey almost has Uber once more. We're getting a lot of aggression. There we go. Right Justify finally picking up that frag onto Goldfish. Nursey not popping in time to save her demo. And so we're going to get in here. Rogue is going to get taken down. Catsy taking a lot of time on that Uber, doing a really good job, and then boom! In comes Vipa, gets the Spy-Skull kill, and that level 3 is still up. Still contesting that third point. Looks like Vipa's going to come in here and try to get a little bit of a pick going on here. Gets caught out by Slemnish.
I decided to take a look at my HUD, and there's only 30 seconds left for boat team to cap. So even if they had ×3, it's literally impossible for them to cap this point.
Yeah, and honestly, it just seems like the Ubers are really falling apart, especially with Rogue perhaps lacking the confidence that Nursey has in her team right now. And like you mentioned, Rogue was popping really early for things, and even though Vipa's doing a lot of work sort of decimating this flank over here, almost top scoring on his team apart from his medic, it's just there is only so much you can do without those Ubers.
Yeah, I don't think boat, they didn't necessarily play bad, but when they were defending, I felt like they played too passive. I know. I hate the word passive and like aggressive. Like, oh, we need to get more aggressive. I very much dislike that term. But as I say it, both did play very passive. They gave up all of the points that they were defending relatively for free, and the trade-off for that is that you get back to the next point to be able to defend that one, like more stronger, I guess. Which they did, but then they did it to the next point, and then they did it to the next point until they got all the way to last. And at that point, you can't back up anymore. You have to defend the last point. And K&D, they got a nice little cap, which I believe, like I said earlier, was Demento. He just snuck in there and capped the last point. So I think both team needs to be more confident in their ability to defend, and they need to defend these points instead of backing up as fast as they did before.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, you definitely commended Spade Slick for being able to back up with his level 3 sentry, but it did seem like all Boat was doing was backing up, any sort of advantage or any sort of hold that they could have had. See, that's the thing about Candy specifically, is that they're exceedingly good at taking advantage of mistakes, of taking advantage of impatience. Candy plays, I want to say, traditionally and also a bit more safely than most teams. You won't see Candy getting super aggressive unless they're capitalizing off of those mistakes, and with Boat just giving up ground the way they were doing, it just gave Candy a lot more free time to roam, and it as well just gave their combo a lot more time to frag, and their flank for that matter.
Yeah, I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Vipa actually second scoring for both teams, so a spy on payload. That's very, I guess you could say, obscure. Normally it's going to be like a demo man or a heavy or a sniper, but I did just get linked logs, so let me throw those around and we'll take a look at those. Give me 1 second as I pull these up.
Yeah, no worries.
So taking a look at these logs, we have Goldfish at the top for frags. It's in an 18 with Aboat Vipa sitting right underneath him at 17. So that's not something you see every day for a spy to be top fragging for your team on payload. Goldfish almost broke the 10,000 damage mark. He's at 99.89, so one more sticky would have thrown him over the threshold. But Goldfish's his KAD right now is a 6. He's at 18 kills to 5 deaths.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
That's absolutely insane. So Aboat's probably going to need to maybe get some more snipes onto Goldfish, but they're going to need to shut him down. He was just doing an astronomically amount of work. It's a big word for K&D. So they're going to have to shut him down, or else they're just going to keep getting punished over and over as they did.
Yeah, and both Yosh and Boar were doing pretty decently, but they weren't, I don't know, knocking it really out of the park. I mean, Yosh a bit more than Boar was, but, you know, the difference in kills wasn't that huge, per se. And they were really focusing on each other more so than anyone else. Also, you know, we were talking about Goldfish's damage, but also realize that Goldfish gets an astronomical amount of heals. That's throwing in there a nice 26%. Yo, there's nothing wrong. But I don't know, it's just that distribution works for KND. And, you know, them playing with that super aggressive combo of mostly the Pyra and the demo with Katsy there running that shotgun for solid damage output, it just works for them, and having Kresnik out on the flank. And so Aboat just really needs to figure out a better way to, I don't know, punish that.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at these medics right now, and Rogue has a 2.2 second average time before healing. I know 2 seconds doesn't sound all that much, but 2 seconds is quite a long time, especially when you're considering building Uber. Your medic can die in like way faster than 2 seconds, like pretty much instantly. And I'm taking a look at this heal spread. Brick is actually taking way more heals than he needs to be taking. He's actually he's taking more heals than his demo man right justifies. So Rogue's probably gonna want to pump some more over towards his demo man. But over on the K&D side, Goldfish has double the heals of Kresnik, and that definitely shows in the logs with his insane damage and his ability to survive. And actually, right underneath him, we have Katsy with the second most amount of heals, which is very strange for a Pyro to be healed that much. But if it works, it works. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, and Katsy was doing crazy amounts of work. She had Penguin's number the entire first half of that round. Like, I'm just saying, it was nasty ass reflex right and left. So, here's a question: what do you honestly think would be the best thing for Aboat to do right now? Do you think they can bring it back?
I think they can, but to do it, they're gonna need more heals into their demo man and the Aboat sniper Vipa. Sorry, no, not Vipa, Boar. He's going to need to step up his game and get a lot more picks. Let me check him out. He's actually only got 10 frags right now, but he did not get a single medic pick, which is not very good for his team. But actually, comparing him to Yosh did not get any medic picks either, so both of these medics are playing incredibly safe. But it looks like Nursey is just pulling ahead of Rogue in the medic battle. But we are going to have to get some more picks coming out of Vipa. I'm sorry, I did it again for Boar for Aboat to be able to pull this ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, Vipa has a lot of picks. He can do more if he wants, but he's doing a great job as it is. Actually, both spies, Demento and Vipa, were doing a really good job of putting pressure on those snipers specifically. I was just noticing them having Yosh and Boar's number the entire time. So, the spies are doing really well. And, I don't know, kind of makes sense. First map of the season, people are a little rusty. We don't know how much people have been scrimming, and hey, it's a Borneo. It's like flanks galore, and not to mention sightlines galore, so the more pressure on the snipers, the better.
Yeah, granted, I guess Borneo isn't the greatest sniper map in the world, but does have some very dominant sightlines, and especially on that first point, if you can tank your sniper, and assuming your sniper can hit shots, they can do a lot of work on that first point. It's basically just a straightaway down to the doorway. So, Borneo probably not the greatest map ever. I mean, have you played this map before, Atwas? What do you think about Borneo? Give me your thoughts.
I've played Borneo before. The very first time I played it was when they first added it to the rotation. Oh gosh, that was summer season almost 3 years ago going on there. Or no, around that time. And I wasn't exactly the best back then, but yeah, you know, whatever. I personally enjoyed the map, but like most other people, the third hold, it's something that a lot of teams have trouble with, and it's something that both team had a lot of trouble with breaking through that KND. It's definitely improved throughout the map's iterations, between it first being implemented and, you know, it being added as an official payload map to the Valve rotation. But I like Borneo. Sue me. I know. I'm sorry. My apologies, but it's really not that bad a map, and there are certainly far worse payload maps. I mean, come on. At least we're not playing Swiftwater.
Oh God.
Just saying. Or I don't know. I am personally not a fan of Barn Blitz Pro, but that's just me.
Oh yeah, that might be worse. But yeah, talking about Borneo, like I've probably played this map through like 7 different iterations. What are we on now? I have no idea. I remember we were pugging with K&D back in the day when this map was still being tested, with Valen in the spectator slot, and I believe him and forgive me, I do not know the other creator of the map. They were watching. It was a pretty good time testing the map, telling them like, "Hey, change this. Hey, change that." And I guess you can blame K&D and a couple other people for what Borneo is now, but it's definitely seen a lot of improvements. It used to be a lot worse, but it's okay where it is. I don't particularly like the map because I have a lot of bad memories from the beginning, but I am getting sent some information that Nursey is being DOSed and has to restart his router, which is what we're still waiting for. No information on to how long it's going to take. Let me see if I can get a number in here.
Yeah, while we do that, I neglected to mention this at the beginning of the cast, but to anyone who does not know, there actually has been an update to the UGC whitelist. Everyone remembers that last season the short circuit was not banned, right? Well, it's banned again, thankfully. I know a lot of people were complaining about that.
They banned the short circuit? Really?
Yeah, they did. Where have you been?
I haven't been in the TF2 scene very much recently.
Well, I mean, I guess that's a little understandable. Right. More news as we wait for Nursey to restart her router and get back into playing video games. We have caster shirts. Pick up a shirt, support your favorite casters. Right now we only have Deers and mine available, but hey, if you like what we do, be sure to do that. And also, EVL snapbacks. The link to those is right below the video player on Twitch, on the Twitch page. So, consider supporting us a little more. Putting a sweet EVL logo on your head in non-permanent ways, of course. And
oh yeah, I like that blue bill. I like the blue one. That one looked really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice, and the hats are good. I'm wearing mine right now, actually. Pretty comfortable. Standard snapback. Look pretty hot. No big deal.
They got the EVL logo on the front of them, don't they? It looks really nice.
Yeah, dude. It's like puffed up and everything. Anyways, also, dude, shout out to our new sub, HS Paradox. Thanks, man. Means a lot. Appreciate it. You now get access to sick new emotes like our EVL Pause, and I think EVL Gex as well, which is a pretty dope one.
Oh man, I love Gex. I miss that man.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he'll cast a little bit.
Shoutouts to Gex for being like one of the greatest TFT casters of all time. That was it. That was my shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gex.
Yeah, it works. I'm just gonna, cry in my own inadequacies right now. It's a big pool of them. I keep it right next to my computer.
You know what? Shout out to Atwas for being like the second greatest TF2 caster of all time.
I'm pretty sure people will, find reason to argue with you about that, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless.
Can I get
Thank
like
you,
a
Mario.
Gex Pog champ in chat, please?
Oh my god. Thank you. Heck, yes. Gex, I think, is actually busy with real life. So, if he comes back and casts, I will be really, really stoked about it, but if not, I mean, I guess video games can't be everyone's priority. For good reason.
There goes Lavender with a Gex champ.
My boy. Perfect.
Gex champ isn't even an emote.
Well, maybe it should be. It should be.
Why don't we have a Gex champ emote? Wait, we do. I'm stupid.
He's a gorgeous enough gamer. It's okay. Just shh, let it happen. It's alright. We have Gex on. Alright, as we wait, I think we've talked enough. We may as well just cut to some music and wait on Nursey's internet to stop dying. Sound good?
Sure.
Alright.
hate you. I love you.
I hate you.
I love you. Hate you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Hate you. Love you. Hate you. Love you. Hate. 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 Love you. If you leave, I will. Better yet, I will kill you. 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 Kill you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. After some technical issues, it looks like we're finally getting a start to our second half right here. Yo, that is what's up. I am seeing a bit of a change. We actually have Carl playing medic instead of Nursey, and Kresnik is still on heavy, so it looks like Nursey's just internet completely got wasted right here. So, getting that sub in, and maybe we'll see a bit of a more comeback from Boat, especially with Candy's medic gone.
Yo, shout out to Carl Hype. I love Carl, man. He's one of my favorite players in all of TF2. Probably my favorite heavy main of all time. You know, those heavy mains?
Yeah, dude. Usually pretty chill. Heavies are... I don't know.
But both teams running standard Uber, just sitting in spawn. We got a level 3 building over on the first point by Ender, in the place he built it last time. So right at the end of the tracks, right before the point. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Spades. Same place that Ender put it. But we do have Brick. He's actually going to get picked over on the left side by Yosh. And Candy doing a good job setting up the defense. They're ready to go. Of course, they did have some time, but we have some Fridays coming out from Boat. 2 picks on the Slender Demento. Oh, Etney actually goes down. So that is a weak flank for K&D. And that's going to open up a little bit of room for the Boat flank to try to get in and do as much work as they can, trying to squeeze out this Candy defense. Get some nice rocket spam, or getting pushed onto Yosh. That's absolutely huge. It's going to get him so much room. But Ender, Sentry going to go down from a nice sap. And we have Boat team pushing this cart, just trucking along. They are going to pop their Uber. Doesn't look like Candy wants to pop theirs yet. Carl going to go ahead and pop it onto Goldfish, who's just going to plant his feet onto this cart and stop it in its tracks.
Absolutely. Good job going in there. That was a really clutch sap there from Vipa, doing some good work right there once more. And that first point is going to go to Boat at a pretty decent time. About a minute pushing in. They didn't get stalled too much. And it looks like Candy's going to back up. They're going to have a fairly decent hold here. There's a level 1 already being built by Etney over there. Ender over there in the usual spot. So that's not too bad. Oh my god, Boar getting that headshot onto Demento, who is fully cloaked right there. I don't know if it was luck or if his dot just sort of hovered over his head and he noticed there was a spy there, but that was absolutely beautiful. Vipa is actually in position there to do something big. Yosh getting taken down right there. Kresnik hitting him up with that minigun, Natasha, excuse me. And Boat's doing a really aggressive sort of push right here. And he actually got a headshot right there by a Boar, who has free reign. Demento is behind the combo. He's in position. Oh, he moves in and down goes Rogue. Ouch, that has gotta hurt, and that was really nice. Boat still managed to get the cap there despite that really nice pick, and that is going to be full Uber right there for Carl. And he has a really nice thing to defend with there, right? And he actually has to pop it out. It did look like, Fusion was over there dancing around. He finally gets taken out by a combination of Catsy and Boar. So we're seeing a bit of a scrappy fight going on here. People are sort of spread out all over the place.
Good play by Boat, pushing the cart even though they did lose their medic. But it looks like Carl did, I think he might have gotten forced. He does not have Uber. He's only about 25% advantage for both 25% for both medics. So we are going to see a quick flip-flop. Rogue needs to build as fast as he can, and they need to get into the K&D defense and wipe them, especially pushing this third point. And we have Rogue, he is at 60% compared to Carl's 70, so small advantage for the defense. Not going to mean much, but Rogue needs to be protected. Demento uncloaking right in front of his face, but he's going to get picked up by spring rolls. And luckily, Rogue is still alive. He's very, very hurt, though. But he does have his Uber. He is at 100% for both teams. Ender does have a level 2 up onto the point. He's going to need to upgrade this to get those rockets. Like I said before, looks like Boat wants to bring in their demo man. A solo Uber onto their demo man. Try to exchange for the Candy Uber. But Rogue is might possibly pay for this with his life. Bobby just body blocking completely, but he is going to kill Rogue. That is so good for Candy and so bad for Boat. They're gonna have to wait until until Rogue gets back up while Carl is slowly building away, building his advantage.
Yo, Boat completely ignored Kresnik the entire time. He was behind them for 100% of that Uber, and that was absolutely ridiculous that he managed to pick up the kill. But, I mean, there you go. There it happened. Brick gets taken down by Demento, who is doing a pretty good job of harassment right here. He is sort of next top scoring apart from Carl on his team. Spades gets taken out, right? Justified gets taken out. Goldfish using the Iron Bomber, which actually, oh my god, Demento getting the pick onto Rogue, putting him in the grave once again. Looks like Boar actually has a pretty good sightline right here, but it doesn't matter. It does look like the K&D medic that'll be Carl. He is approaching Uber right about now, so that's going to be a really easy defense. Goldfish did get taken down by Fusion. Oh, Kresnik down. Viper getting in there, getting taken out by Ender's Sentry, but that is a heavy down. That's actually fairly decent, especially because of how much work Kresnik does on the defense and getting that out. The Uber did get popped out by Carl onto Katsy, and Katsy's doing quite a bit of work. Sentry does stay upright. Justified does get taken down. Fusion is playing ring around the Rosie right here. Manages to get up to pick up the kill on Carl. He's on a 6-kill streak right now. And ouch, people are just trading right and left here.
Spade's doing a good job, like I said before, that Candy was doing. They were pushing the cart along with pushing, but Boat is going to need to protect Rogue as much as they can. Rogue's at 70% right now, and it looks like Candy's just going to completely back up from this third point. We have Brick just pushing the cart, spamming as many minigun bullets as he wants from that dispenser, and Candy looks like they want to take a nice forward hold and defend this point from the choke right here, but Boat is very close to Uber, but that doesn't matter as Penguin gets a pick onto Carl. That is huge, and Boat is going to pick up this third point.
Viper getting a nice stop onto Goldfish as well, which is going to mean a lot. There are only 2 people up to defend onto last, so Boat really needs to push in there. They have Uber. They need to get really aggressive and into on the spawn doors before Ender can really set up anything that'll, actually make a difference right there. And here we go. Uber does get popped out. The Sentry is still up. All those stickies got roasted by the Wrangler, actually. Demento gets caught out by Spring Rolls. Level 2 is down, finally. Milk being thrown right and left. Fusion Axe has actually been going absolutely ham. Yosh gets headshot in the collateral. Kresnik picking up a nice 2k, and oh my god, Vipa is just playing ring around the Rosie with Carl right now, and it looks like, despite the oh, Demento, please! He almost got, Vipa, please! We almost got another spy cap once more, and that would have been so good, but despite that sort of scrappy beginning, it looks like Candy might actually manage to defend this, and Carl has 96%. Oh, buddy.
Although Boat did have that advantage, they went in just a little too soon and popped the rumor onto nothing. And they got nothing done with it, and it just got completely shut out by Katsy. She just destroyed that entire Uber with the air blast, but Kresnik gonna pick up a frag on the Vipa, so that's a little sweat off of Carl's bones, but looks like Boat's gonna push in here. They have popped off their Uber to the right. Candy pops off their Uber too. Bobby standing onto the cart, defending it with his life. They need to collapse onto Bobby and get a frag onto him. Push the cart. Candy throwing all their bodies onto this point. Brick says, I don't care, and he is mowing people down with the minigun. Right now, it's just Rogue alive. Jeez. Oh my god, Boar!
The hero plays. Oh my god, gets the pick onto Car. And Viper trying to get in there on that spy cap that Demento was defending so earnestly. Oh my god, he uncloaks. No, Katsy manages to catch him mid-jump, and that is going to be an absolutely heck no coming in there on that last second cap. And we're seeing a bit of a reset. Both medics only have so much Uber, and just doesn't need to throw any more bodies onto this point. They need to regroup. They need to figure something out. They have plenty of time to push. It looks like over here they're going to come in, sort of keep on right side. They're sending Brick in. He's going to soak up a bit of damage. Demento did get caught out by Penguin. I'm sorry, excuse me, he's dead ringing. So that's what's going on. Spades gets taken out. Vipe actually gets taken out by Ender's Sentry Gun right there. And here we go. It looks like Red Justify was trying to get aggressive there, but Slum just said absolutely not. Getting in there. Oh my god, Viper was dancing on that cart, trying to make stuff happen, trying to get that distraction, but people are just collapsing on the boat right and left. Viper down, Brick down. Oh, right, Justify down, Fusion, Penguin. And so, like I said earlier, boat just really needs to get back in there. Their medic is still alive, Rogue is still building that Uber, Ubers are still about even, and we're just looking for that really good entry pick right there.
Boat needs to, they need to re-coordinate. Like right now, they're just throwing their lives in trying to cap the cart. Yes, I know it's so close and that you can just cap it, but you need to re-coordinate, re-evaluate, and regroup with your team. But K&D is going to go in with their Uber. They're actually going to trade for the boat Uber, and Goldfish is actually going to get caught out and cleaned up. He is a dead man. And Boat looks like they want to run off from this right side. Katsy trying to get a little bit aggressive with Bobby behind her back, but Brick is shutting them down. Boat needs to go. They have some very, very good frags. They have a Goldfish down and a Slemnish down, but it doesn't look like they're going to push out right now. And that Sentry Gun by Ender is doing so much area denial. Vipa's trying to push the cart, but he's going to get cleaned up by Kresnik. But can I take a second real quick to shout out for Boar for getting that insane pick?
Yes.
Just standing on the ground, and with his last dying breath, he gets a pick onto Carl. So that was
good.
so good.
As you say that, Board just got another pick onto Carl, so
Oh,
you know
God.
that shout out. You just, I don't know what you did. The opposite of a caster's curse, caster's blessing right there. Boar has a really nice sideline into last right here. The sentry is still up on that level 3. Vipa gets DR'd and almost gets caught by Catsy, but he's just gonna go behind. Maybe he can get something. No, the Wrangler sort of hits him up right there. He's dancing around behind, and yeah, he finally gets taken out. Goldfish actually gets taken down right there by Fusion, as well as picking up a frag onto Etney. Boar finally gets killed, and here we go. The boat Uber finally coming out. Medic sort of get back into spawn. Catsy is just air blasting the heck out of it. Not much is getting done right here. Fusion got backstabbed. Right Justify is down. Rogue gets taken down as well by Slemnish. We have a level 3 being wrangled, and that is just such a scrappy fight going on. And Boat really just needs to hold together here and figure out something. Honestly, I think Vipa needs to stop running in and dying. But then again, this is Final Last. There's really not all too much you can do with the entire team watching out for you, and he gets taken out once more.
Well, right now the problem with Boat's pushes is that they're not destroying the Sentry Gun, and that Sentry has sight over that entire payload cart. And most of the time you have your flank pushing the payload, which are going to just die to the Sentry Gun. So they're going to have to get the Sentry with their Uber, but when they're doing that, that means that they're also not going to be getting frags with their Uber. That doesn't matter. We have
Oh my
Fusion's
God, Fusion!
running in. I don't care. Carl, I am coming for you. And he gets a pick onto Carl. That's a medic down for Candy. Carl, you're not doing very good right now, bud. Come on, pick that up.
Yosh
Some
down
picks.
2. Ooh. Sorry, getting there. I'm so sorry for interrupting you, but Yosh just went down as well. We do have the sentry still up. We do have Rogue is approaching 100% Uber rate. They really have to get more aggressive. We do have Spring Rolls pushing that cart like a hero, reflecting those sentry rockets. Oh my god. Oh my god, Rogue just got backstabbed! You came so close. You went so far. Absolutely not. Brick, Fusion, and Right Justifier is going to be cleaned up there by Etney and Goldfish doing that nice combo work right there. And I, honestly, the way this is going, I don't think Boat's going to be able to get this cap.
Rogue got picked by Demento with 99% Uber. Technically, not a drop, but I still wouldn't want to die at
practically.
99% Uber.
Yeah.
But we have Boat. They're peeking over here on this right side. Rick getting a little aggressive, but he's going to back up. He's still alive. Slemish gets a frag onto Vipa. So there's no more spy to sap that sentry gun. Boat really needs to coordinate with Vipa and get a sap onto the sentry gun. Demento, he's sitting over behind these barrels, just playing the waiting game, seeing if he can get anything. But Candy going to pop their Uber. Brick falls. Rogue doesn't quite have it yet. He's only about 85%, but he's gonna get sorted by Slemish.
Oh my
Big
god.
Slim Nasty coming out with a sword, getting frag onto Rogue, and Boat is going to fall once again as they go back to the respawn door and wait to respawn.
Yeah, we actually don't have a level 3 up from KND anymore. It got taken down very handily by the direct hit coming out from Penguin, so we do have a mini sentry watching last right now. So this, if any, is probably the best opportunity to come in here. Vipa is in position. It looks like he's going to be caught up. Yep. Ouch. There he goes. And here we go. Boat team is flooding in through the right entrance right now. And it looks like, oh my god, Kresnik is doing so much work blocking people off. Spring rolls down. Right Justify down. Kresnik finally gets taken out by Brick. But he's going to get taken down as collateral by Goldfish. And then Ender picking up 2 kills as well. And so that is a 5-minute wipe right there coming out from Boat team. Fusion did manage to, Rogue managed to stay alive, but with like 35 HP, so he's backing up like crazy, and Candy is sort of pushing out a little bit, throwing out some stickies, saying, yo, this is our territory, you really have to work for coming into last here, and yeah, looks like Spades like got a little bit too careless right there. Demento is about to punish him, but he got some backup from his team. Do have a bit more aggression from Boat coming in here, and oh my god, Carl going in with his demo Goldfish right there, getting up a pick onto Brick and Rogue, and there's just no way at this point that Boat can cap. I really don't think they can come back from this tilt.
Boat still has enough time. They have about a minute and a half to cap, but they need to slow this down and regroup and push together. Like right now, all I'm seeing is Brick leading the push, but it's only Brick leading the only people on the team pushing. He just gets cleaned up. So they still have a minute and a half left. They need to slow it down, take a breather, and just be collective and go as a team. Until you have Uber, Rogue's at 30%. You have enough time to build. It's impossible to cap this point without an Uber. Carl is also at 40, so Ubers are about the same. You're going to want to get your spy in position to maybe get a frag. Actually, as I say that, Vipa decloaks, but he's going to get picked up by Katsu, so good awareness from her. We have Brick, like I said before, pushing, leading the charge. We have his soldier right here by his side, Peng, shooting some rockets, but Katsu's going to deny that flank from Penguin and Brick company, but Brick's going to stare right into the face of an 400 Kresnik, who says, you aren't coming around this corner. And it looks like that leading is going to make them lose. Katsu pushing out, getting a little aggressive, trying to get a frag onto Rogue, but she's going to back up. Rogue does have 100% Uber, so they're going to have just enough time for one push, probably going to go into overtime. As long as somebody's pushing that cart, looks like Fusions is ready to go. There's no engineer on there. In fact, Boat is 2 people down. They're down their sniper. So that is very, very bad for them. But both teams going to pop Uber. Rogue going to go down to a pick from Slednish. Boat, Brick, and Penguin also going to go down to Demento. And that is going to be the end of the next round.
Ouch.
I
And
believe.
It's overtime right now, so that'll be an end right about now. So there it goes. And they really tried. They really did manage to sort of, I don't know, back it up. They managed to play it a little bit more slowly, but in the end, they were too spread out. They weren't really playing together as much as they could have, and it honestly felt like people were getting a little tilted trying to get in there and trying to do as much as they could. It just didn't feel like Boat was playing as much as a team as they could have been. Excuse me, that's a mouthful.
They were looking very dominant going through the first couple points, but after about the second push that they had in the last, they fell apart. Like, they really needed to take a breather and just collect themselves, as I said before, and just slow it down, come back together. And I think if they would have done that and maybe gotten a nice coordinated pick with Vipa onto the sentry gun, I believe that they could have gotten a good time there. But right now they have a 5-minute and 26-second time for 3 caps. So if anybody doesn't know, basically K&D only has to cap 3 points in under 5 minutes and 26 seconds, and they will win the map, and they will win the round and the map. If they don't, then they have to cap last, because Boat did not cap last. So all K&D really has to do is cap last and they win. But the round is going to start. We have the K&D squad coming out on the right side. Boar getting a nice pick onto Ender, so the card is going to come to a standstill for the next couple of seconds until he respawns. Goldfish getting super aggressive, but he's going to get picked up by Penguin, and Springrolls finds Demento over in the backfield. And Boat looking like they really want to hold this first point.
I mean, definitely, they really don't want to be backing out as easily as they were during the first half, because they really don't have the luxury to. They don't even have to hold it to last. Losing third point in enough time will guarantee them the loss, so it makes sense that they want to hold on to this as much as possible. But the sentry is already down. Oh my god, the backstabs from both these spies coming in. Vipa and Demento taking out Prick, Goldfish, and who was it? Kresnik, I believe? No, Carl. Oh wow, that was really good. And so we do have a ×2 on cart right now, and it looks like Boat team is going to be sort of backing up here. That'll be the Pyro, Medic, and Demo trying to get in there. Demento trying to get in there. Oh my god, but Yosh getting that really nice headshot onto Rogue on that sight line right before he managed to back out into Barn on the left side. So we are having a really aggressive Candy pushing in here. There's really no chance for Boat to set up a decent defense. Sure, they have a level 3, but I don't really think that's enough for much to happen there. And Sunnish is getting up a nice pick onto Spring Roll going on there. And Candy's just going to look to push this super easily. They have ×3, ×2 on cap the entire time. And they're just going to try and roll in here. Carl has 82% Uber to Rogue's 21, so here you go. There you have it. That'll be second point for K&D in a hot second.
That was looking super solid for Boat. They got a pick onto Carl right on that first point, and as they was backing out, Rogue was still alive until he was swiftly murdered by the enemy team's sniper, and they got completely rolled through that second point. Boar gonna go down to a pick from Yosh, so that's gonna open up a lot of opportunity for Candy. Boat has to defend this third point with their lives. If this point gets capped within 3 minutes, they are going to lose. So I say that Bobby just his face in the sentry gun, shooting it with minigun bullets. It's gonna go down, and right now the cart is so far behind. Like, though Candy did push into this third point and take it, Boat knows that they have to defend this, and with the cart being so far behind, is not very good for them. We're going to pick up a frag onto Enders, and the cart is going to come to the slow, but Vipa pick up a frag onto Kresnik, and Carl actually going to go down to Brick. So Boat coming back into this third point and reclaiming this ground for their own.
Absolutely. I was about to say that if K&D manages to hold on to this third point, then that'll be an easy cap, but they sort of got, honestly, a little greedy. They maybe chased out a little further than they should have, especially with their spawns being so far behind, trying to get out all the way to almost last right there. Slundish and Goldfish are down right now to this level in Sentry, and we do have Boat up on Quick Fix once more, so Rogue is going to be excellent at keeping his team healthy, but not necessarily alive. Fusion gets taken down by a nice snipe from Yosh there over on the right side, and we do have these spies are just constantly in position for action right here. Vipa is sort of behind right here in the flank. Kresnik got headshot by Boar, who's on a nice 3-kill streak, and there we go. Vipa finally got the stab onto Etney, who he was eyeing for a little while there, and with Right Justified taking down Goldfish, it's going to be difficult to get any sort of meaningful damage onto this sentry from K&D's side. So, with the clock ticking down, we're at about 1:35 right now. We actually may see K&D forced to push into last.
Yeah, we have, like you said, 1:30 for Candy to cap this. If they cap this, they will win. If not, they will have the full map time to cap last. And when they do that, they will be victorious. Rogue, like you said, he is at 100% quick fix. So they're going to be able to heal, but not be invulnerable. And as I said, Candy vulnerability Uber gets popped in, but Goldfish is getting completely denied by these stickies from Right Justified, just bumping him up. And the Rogue quick fix is going to be popped onto the Boat team, and we have a lot of frags coming out from Boat right now. Fusion's doing some good job, doing a lot of cleanup with that scatter. He's actually pushing out, trying to get some more frags. But we have Vipa trying to hunt down.
Etney. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, but Etney just sort of walked in there and got a really nice frag onto Rogue, who was, trying to get his quick fix buffed up there, so he's going to be down, he's going to be taken out. The sentry is down as well. Goldfish managed to take it out after that last exchange, sort of the hero sticky last second before he got picked up, and oh my god. Here we go. Rogue is behind there. It's a medic v medic fight right here. Rogue's going to try and back up, but he's going to run into Goldfish, who just gets a really nice pipe onto him, and that'll be the third point finally capped in a last second, and that will be the game for K&D to
they had
against
like
team.
18 seconds to cap that. Like, anybody could have just jumped onto that point and stalled it, and we would have been all the way to last. But K&D, they do prevail. They do pick up this last point. I'm sorry, the third point, and they are going to leave home victorious on Payload Borneo.
Yo, that was really fun. Considering I'm actually, I'm not too surprised that both our predictions ended up being wrong, but yo, that's what's up.
Oh yeah, we did both throw pretty hard on those predictions.
Good thing we didn't actually bet anything real on that, right? Right?
I don't think we did.
Oh god.
Did anybody go bet on scrap.tf? I hope not.
Alright, so looking at these final stats, oh my god, Fusion was absolutely demolishing. 27 kills, and then Slundish not that far behind with 26. And, yep, Goldfish throwing out that fat damage, getting a nice 13,000 there, so hey, good on him, good on him. And just seeing a lot of dominance from Candy, and Carl did a great job jumping in there for Nursey and throwing in his towel as a sub. Yo, any comments, Mario?
Yeah, that's about all I got. Shoutouts to Gibbles and Bobby to Babs for being like awesome people. Awas, you got anything?
Yo, just Last minute, sort of throwing that out there. Thank you to our sponsor, Sloth Esports. Check out their mouse pads. They're pretty dope. Just saying, if you want to support your casters, support EVL, consider picking up some lovely shirts and or snapbacks, which just recently became available. And congratulations to KND for winning the very first match their very first match of season 19. Be sure to come back next week as more official matches for week 1 will be being played, most likely, and casted. And of course, thank you all to our lovely, wonderful viewers. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks, Gier, for doing camera for the first time in a really long time. And thanks, Mario, for being awesome.
Bye, everybody.
All right, that's all. Good night.